The re-emergence of OPC in Yoruba land. So guys, a group of persons were saying they are now OPC. They want to protect Yoruba land. This is coming amidst them having the feeling that Tinubu has failed them and Motekun has also failed them. They were saying, you know, roaming about in the bushes looking for the Fulanis, terrorizing their environment. This is coming amidst so many attacks in places like Kwara and Kogi where Yorubas are dominant. And like this headline here says, terrorist attack CAC church in Kwara community by 3 people, abduct pastor, several worshippers. Another headline also covered it saying they abducted even the wife of the pastor. So guys, a whole lot is happening in this country. Now the Yorubas are saying they are no longer going to wait for Tinubu. They are taking it upon them to do what they want to do to protect their people. Now this other headline here says, government deploys helicopter and anti-kidnapping team following abduction of church member today at Cherubim and Seraphim Church in Ejiba, local Yagba West local government, Kogi State. This was when you know, the government deployed helicopter, but we don't know how successful was the operation to recover those that were kidnapped. So guys, a whole lot is happening in Nigeria today. Also, many people have been raising alarm over what is happening. You are going to be watching this video where these guys were stopped on the road by kidnappers. They said it was Fulanis, that they took in their passengers, buy those that they could buy, and the rest of it. A whole lot is happening in this country. Now you are going to be taking a look at the moment Obasanjo approved Sharia law. You know, people have started pushing out videos on how the former governor of Zamfara State was the one that came up with this Sharia of a thing, and you can see how Zamfara is suffering for it now. Now you are going to be watching this video. People have also accused our Obasanjo to have allowed this to happen because of his political interest. So you can see that everybody is caught up in this. I'm just going to allow you to take a look at the video. Honestly, people can no longer travel. People can no longer go to church. Some people are now suggesting that people should stop going to church. Instead, they should just connect online. But you know, not all these churches, not all the churches operate online. So it's really going to affect Christianity. I mean, a whole lot is happening. It's becoming clearer to Nigerians that this is purely a jihadist agenda to take over Nigeria. You're also going to take a look at a clip where an American is also talking about how, you know, the plot is just to get rid of Christianity in West Africa and Africa as a whole, that these terrorists, they've decided to use Africa as their caliphate, their takeoff point before they start spreading to other places of the world, because they know the African leaders are so weak and easy to compromise. So guys, I just want you to take your time and watch these videos for yourself and let me know your honest reaction in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification. Thank you.
Inú gbọ́dọ̀ àlégúnṣe báyìí o ṣe gbọ́n àwọn tálọ́pọ̀ wá àwọn Fulani ti wọlé o wọ́n wà légúnṣe o wọ́n wà légúnṣe o inú gbọ́dọ̀ wà báyìí o. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá wa ń ta o àwọn Àmọ̀tẹ́kùn àwọn náà tí wọ́n ní oko lọ o OPC náà lè yọ gbé kẹ́rìtì fún ẹni tí ó ṣe fi rẹ́dí tó OPC náà gbé lọ OPC náà lè yọ iṣẹ́ kò sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀ OPC náà lè yọ.
Everybody see what is happening here. This is Oshoko at Kogi State between Kaba and Obajana. We are all stuck here. You can all see what is happening here. From here, no movement. So everywhere we have been here for more than 3 hours. Kidnappers are taking over the road. We don't know what to do. We don't know where to go. You can see. Please, if there is any way to rescue Nigeria out of this, please. Everywhere is on fire. Everywhere is on fire. Soldier and all these bandits, they are exchanging fire presently. Honestly, everywhere is stuck here. The whole Nigeria, please come and save us here. We are in trouble here. We are all in trouble here. See, everybody parked. Nobody is moving. Between Kaba and Obajana, this place is Ochoko. Kidnappers have taken over the road. Please, presently we are there. Please.
Life. Salute. Listen. Very soon.
Lókì wọlé ké.
Lọ́lọ́lọ́lọ́. Recent attack. Salute again. Bandits.
mi ò ní máa ṣe fún ọ̀hìn máa ń yọmọ ìrìn ọdún mi hẹ́ẹ̀lì fún mi tẹ̀lé àìsọ́jọ́ ìyẹn rẹ̀ òhìn òhìn náà ìwán lọ́dí wá mọ̀ náà ìmọ̀ òkúta ilé ọ̀gá òhìn pọ̀ òhìn kùkù fẹ́sì náà méjì ẹ̀jọ́ ànímọ́ wọ́n ṣe fẹ́sì náà mọ̀ ojú
Recent attack just now, right now.
Wait, so Did you know that 95% of the Fulanis that you are seeing in your village, we always used to pay your traditional rulers before we landed into your village? But some of you guys don't know anything about it. But seriously, any Fulani that you can see in your village, or any Fulani that can spend like 1 to 3 or 5 months in your village, I swear to God, they used to pay your traditional rulers. So we used to pay them money before they would allow us to stay like 1 to 3 months in their places. But if like you just pass, they will not collect them. But if we come and spend like 3 to 4 months, we must pay them. So I know some of you guys don't know about it. So we used to pay your traditional rulers. Serious about. I see so many people are saying we are going around with in the bushes that we did not own. Which I say we used to pay for it. Actually, traditional rulers, I swear we used to pay them. If we will spend like 1 to 2 to 3 months, we'll go and find them. We'll give them money to collect before we will stay. So stop saying we are going around with our cows in your bushes and we're not giving you guys anything, which it is wrong. We are paying. I say, Zam.
Escape na me. They don't carry me enter bush. Na Fulani. One enter wetin dem dey call am army soldier, army uniform. Na only one. All of them be Fulani. They shoot this glass wey no enter. Now they gonna use their all those Fulani cutlass. They gonna cut am. Na here me I sit down. They rapid everybody inside motor. Now they gonna carry us go inside bush like this. Na like this they carry us enter. They carry us enter bush like this. Na here I run. They don't get all those people wey they carry load. All those people wey they carry AK, they don't carry the load. And I see they don't carry the load. They no go fit shoot gun. Now me I run. They go I no even look their face. I just the match they go. Now for one run pass before. I don't say that one where wear that soldier uniform. I don't that one fit rapid me as I enter bush. Now I can run the go. Now here I sit down. Now this is why I sit down to this. Now they rap.
They shoot one person for inside your motor.
Yes, now they rapid here. Go no enter. This guy go no enter. They gonna come here. Like this. They gonna straight bullet. Here. You know see am. Na bullet. Na straight bullet.
The front one no be bullet.
This one. But that glass with that door, they be bulletproof.
Okay, the front one. Only no be bullet.
I saw you.
Now the rapid one. I mean, now see that the rapid us now. See the rapid us. I thank God, bro. I thank God for my life, oh. I thank God. For I thank God. There are many. Here like this. There is like 7 years. That back, like 4 or 5.
Now they carry how much? They carry inside this motor.
Make I count that back 4. Here 3. Here 3. Here 4. Now. Here now only me escape here out of 14. This one too with driver.
They don't carry them go.
They don't carry everybody go. They pursue all of us. They may enter bush. Now only me escape.
Almost 50 people.
Now only me escape. They don't shoot. They don't fire now. Go enter here.
Yeah.
See I thank God though. Say ya tiri. Ẹ jẹ́ bá mi dúpẹ́ o. Ẹ bá mi dúpẹ́ o. Kì í ṣe pé mímọ́ mi ṣe ni o. Kì í ṣe pé bóyá. Ṣé all those kidnappers. Here now where they stop us there is like 7.
For here,
for only there.
Just all of this place.
That back. As I look back, where the one motor one reverse. Now they come outside with gun like that place. There is like 5 too. Where they come outside there. Yeah. I thank God, dude. I thank God. See where I sit down. Now here I sit down. See gun. See as gun no touch me. Not by my power. I don't be driver. Now here I sit down be passenger. I dey go Lokoja. Now Lokoja they go. Now road I even sleep. Motor why first enter that one spoil for. Now only me. Now here I run.
Where?
Thank God.
See where? They follow here.
Now here they follow. Yeah, that front. But that place where that man once you lay down there, they walk out inside that bush go. Now that bush then they carry us go.
The many there.
The many
that kidnappers.
The many. Where they carry us sleep now, there is like 7. 3 carry gun. 3 carry AK. All of the many people now cutlass. Thank God for life. Thank God.
This is Complete Politics with Chukwuma Okoro. Take a listen to Senator Sani Yerima.
On Tuesday, I received a letter for emergency meeting of National Council of States.
Okay.
On Wednesday. I came to Abuja. For the first time, there was never a meeting when the security agencies were all invited.
Were present.
In the National Council of State. All the former heads of state and presidents.
Everybody.
All the governors, 36 of us. Service chiefs, Mr. Chief of Defense Staff, Minister, everybody
all
was
the
there.
security
Minister
chiefs.
of Defense. Then Mr. President sat down and now in annoyance and angry, General Obasanjo, he now said that he cannot be president of Nigeria when a governor under his watch will do something unconstitutional by implementing Sharia. I say, Mr. President, you cannot say it's unconstitutional. He turned to his left and asked the Attorney General of the Federation, Chibola Ige. He said, Attorney General, is the governor not doing unconstitutional action? He says, sir, it's unconstitutional. I say, no, Attorney General, you don't have power. At that time, I was so educated by those
by the committee.
Zaria, every section of the Constitution that gave me the power, the right. I now quoted the section of the Constitution that says, if there is any conflict between the law passed by the state government and that of the federal government, it is only Supreme Court of Nigeria
that
will determine which law is right. So one governor from the north stood up in annoyance and said, Mr. President, this is Nigeria. We cannot, because of one individual, allow Nigeria to break. This action being done by a governor of Zamfara is capable of destroying this country. Then I stood up, I said, my life is neither in your hand nor in my hand. And just sat down because I realized what you were saying, that because of one individual they cannot allow Nigeria to gather here and this thing. So the one governor in the south, from the south, raised his hand and said, Mr. President, this Sharia issue has nothing to do with us in the south. It affects only the north. You can see the who's and cries will only come from the north. But I would suggest that you allow the vice president, who is their brother, to invite the 19 northern governors and resolve their crisis.
And resolve the issue.
So the meeting now resolved that the vice president should invite the 19 of us to resolve the issue. In the morning we came to Abuja and the vice president was confronted by the journalists. What was the resolution? He said, we have not agreed on anything yet, but we are going back to penal court of northern Nigeria. We suspend the Sharia and before a decision is taken. Then Aliru was interviewed later. He didn't know, he was not around when the vice president was interviewed.
Made his own
They confronted him, they said, they learned that a decision has been taken to suspend the Sharia law. He said, no, it didn't happen. Yerima insisted that he passed his law and that he cannot change this thing. Then Obasanjo now got angry when he got the knowledge, the information that we have not resolved the matter, and invited us in his house in the night the following week for another meeting, 19 northern governors. You know, that time the ulamas were preaching, they were mobilizing people, asking the governors to follow suit. They didn't, but that night meeting made Kure to say tomorrow he's going to declare Sharia. I was sitting in Abuja in my residence in the lodge at Sokoro. I just saw Kure. It was out speech, written speech, was out law passed. He just sat down and said today he, Engineer Abdulkadir Kure, by the grace of God, the executive governor of the Niger State, has hereby declared Sharia law in Niger State. That he has given all Brussels, prostitutes houses, 2 weeks to leave his state. And he has he asked all the beer parlors to close, to shut down in 2 weeks. And gambling houses are also given 2 weeks to leave the state. Then he said he's going to prepare his bill and send to the State Assembly within these 2 weeks to get it passed. It was only then he contacted me, got the documents that I passed, and he presented to Assembly and passed it into law within 2 weeks. The next day, Erado declared Sharia in Katsina State. Because of that meeting.
Yes.
And then the next day, Bapara declared in Sokoto State. And that's how state governors started declaring in northern Nigeria. 11 states declared. The 12th state was Kanu. He didn't declare because he promised President Obasanjo he would never declare Sharia. But unfortunately for him, people in Kanu are mobilized. They follow him anywhere he go for Jumu'at prayer. They stop him. They started even throwing stones. Then he now moved to army barracks to be observing his Jumu'at prayer. Even there, people started following him. Then around January, February, the election was, I think, in April or March. He called me in the night. I said, Rima, this problem you created for us. Chief Obasanjo now called me this night and said he received security report that if I don't declare Sharia in Kano, I was going to lose election. That he advised me to quickly declare Sharia. The president that said he would not allow Sharia is now advising the governor of Kano State, he's still alive, the two of them are alive, to declare Sharia in Kano. He said, please come to Kano next week, support me to declare Sharia. I went, we gathered people, a very large crowd that are ready to observe the Sharia law in Kano. He declared Sharia and he still lost election because he didn't do it
on time.
Intentionally.
Yes,
he didn't
it was
do it with good
basically
intention.
just for the purpose of election.
And he lost.
Look, I think a lot of people are confused what on earth is happening to Christians in Africa. And I was wondering if you can help us understand the problem correctly.
If you want to understand what's going on in Africa, you need to understand that there is a deliberate, intentional push from the north to the south with a desire to make the African continent an Islamic caliphate. The first continent in the world that is fully Islamic. And that's exactly what we're seeing roughly around that band, sub-Saharan Africa, of which Nigeria is the hotspot, but not the only place. You have Cameroon, you have Chad, Burkina Faso, Central African Republic. You've got a bunch of countries along there where there is an intensity, where various groups are pushing down with the desire to force people to submit, and they will take over their homes, they will take over their villages, they are rampant in Christians in attacking in brutal ways with machetes, with high-powered guns, with all sorts of different means. So much so that you've now got, not just from Nigeria, but it's about 16 million Christians are displaced and living in IDP camps, and in very difficult situations, and they can't really go home. It's not safe to go home. Their homes have literally been either destroyed or taken over. But the most dangerous organization in the north of Nigeria are the Fulani militants. They are responsible for 55% of Nigerians that have been killed between 2019 and 2023. But even just to take a step back, it's 42,000 Christians have been in between October 2011 and September 2024. And interestingly, one of the things that's often said, oh, but Muslims are being killed as well. Well, Christians are being 6.5 times more, and it's the Muslims who are killing the Muslims anyway. It's not that the Christians are fighting back. Ordinary people without any defenses are being systematically destroyed, driven out of their villages, abducted, forced marriages. The list is endless.
Nigerians, if you're a soldier, if you be soldier, where they serve Nigeria, where they in the Nigerian army as a soldier, this news, where they bring now, this particular news, supposed to make you resign as a soldier, because if not me, I go resign personally. If this news come when I was still a soldier, I would have resigned. You know, because this news is very, very demoralizing. Very, very demoralizing. You don't understand, see, 390 BK boys, like BKH boys, 390, they graduate today in Gombe State. They graduate, like today in their graduation. The federal government, they tell us that these boys now don't be repentant Boko boys. Right now they are okay and they are good to go.
So now they are going to be installed into our community. They're going to install them now to the community. Not just that to now conclude, because this is where this story gets very interesting. Not just that these people will be installed into the community, into the society, free, go. No, the federal government gave them 50,000 naira each. 50,000 naira each. They give them one bag of rice. They give them oil. They give them bag of salt. Oh boy, to be bandit for this country they pay. To be a bandit in Nigeria pays, bro. You see, and you that is a soldier, see you they die, they murder you for nothing, they unalive you for nothing. But see them, when they unalive you, they get credit for unaliving you. This is what the federal government is telling these boys. You unalive these soldiers, you get credit for unaliving them. You buy them, we credit you for buying our soldiers. You understand? That is what the federal government is telling them. Buy our soldiers, we credit you for buying them. Unalive our soldiers, we credit you for unaliving them. See them, they get 50,000 each for buying you as a soldier. They give them bag of rice each for buying you as a soldier. For unaliving you as a soldier, for murdering you as a soldier. The Nigerian federal government is giving each and every one of them one bag of rice, one bag of salt, one bag of oil, 1 gallon of oil, and 50,000 each. Not just that, they even sew uniform for them free of charge. Their uniform is free of charge. They are all see them. We see them with uniform free of charge. You that is a soldier, you sew uniform from your own salary. Like your salary, you take from your salary to sew uniform. But this one, federal government sew uniform for them free of charge, and pay them for buying you. Nigeria is a scam. See, as a soldier in the Nigerian army, if this news not demoralize you, nothing will demoralize you again. Your government is crediting people that are buying you. They credit them for unaliving you. They give them bag of rice for taking your life. They give them bag of salt for taking your life. They give them bag of a gallon of oil for murdering you. Where is the morale? Ochebe, hey, federal government of bandit. Nigeria federal government is federal government of bandits. It pays to be a bandit in this country. Tell me why people will not go into banditry? Because you get compensated for taking somebody's life. Only in Nigeria, this one they happen. You know the story. Forsake federal government of Nigeria. Forsake. And if you're on TikTok, don't forget, they're after these accounts. Follow my backup accounts. I don't tag them for this video.
Former President Olusegun Obasanjo's fiery rebuke of the insecurity plaguing Nigeria went viral over the weekend. Speaking at an event, Obasanjo issued a stern warning to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, urging him to decisively tackle banditry or risk international intervention. Obasanjo emphasized that the security situation has deteriorated to an unacceptable level, with communities living in fear and farmers unable to access their farmlands. Let's take a look.
We are being killed. We Nigerians, no matter what religion you belong to, no matter where you come from, no matter what profession, we Nigerians are being killed. And our governments seem to be incapable of protecting us. We are part of the world community. If our government cannot do it, we have right to call on the international community to do for us what our government cannot do for us. And for anybody to say because those who are being killed belong to this region, belong to this religion, belong to this tribe, and then others too are being killed, cannot be an acceptable excuse. Before I left government, I know we had capacity to pick up anybody in Nigeria who commit a crime anywhere.
Well, the former president's comments come amid escalating attacks by bandits across several states, resulting in killings, kidnappings, and displacement of thousands of Nigerians. Well, in another development, a 2024 interview featuring the former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, has resurfaced on social media, in which Obasanjo recalls a meeting he had with the controversial Islamic cleric, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi. In the interview, Obasanjo recalls how Gumi met with boys as young as 13 who were completely wrecked by drugs. The former president emphasized that these are children who should be in school, but instead have no employment or a future. Let's take a look.
The first thing he said to me is that, look, where those boys are, they fortify themselves. And if any security man says it's there or going there, he's lying to you. That's number one. Number two, he said what made him weak was boys of 13, 14, 15 years. They are soaked in drug and caricon. They are wrecked. Now that's warriors. 20 million children that should be in school that are not in school. Those that have no employment, no job, and they see you in obscene affluence. What do you expect them to do?
Well, this interview explored the former president's insight on how to end bad governance in Nigeria and his alternative approaches to leadership. Online, people have wondered what this excerpt symbolizes, that one man can visit the terrorists where they are, but the Nigerian military hasn't done so in an impactful way. I mean, we did discuss this, I believe, last week in detail, even how, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi is able to meet with the bandits, negotiate on behalf of the federal government as well. But also the story I took about, Olusegun Obasanjo criticizing the Tinubu administration went viral over the weekend. But the presidency has responded, saying that he lacks the credibility to criticize the Tinubu administration. They said terrorism took root on your watch. This is what, they claim at this point. Your thoughts?
This is, OG, it's a very complex issue, especially when you look at sort of the historical moving pieces around it, because we can play the blame game for as long as we want, because if we are to trace it back in history and we ask ourselves, what is the exact moment that we got to where we are, I think it's quite a fluid timeline. But having said that, from 1999, which is the beginning of the current democratic dispensation, we would have wanted to see change, and we thought certain things would be addressed. What do I mean by that? What I mean is that if you look at it historically and you see, the oil boom in the 70s, what really, for me, what I think is a turnaround point was the structural adjustment program in 1986, where suddenly people became economically disenfranchised. So what happens when you become economically disempowered? The state takes away welfare. The government stops spending on the people. So suddenly everybody was exposed. And since then, we've seen less and less government assistance in the people's lives. People are asking, what does the government do for us? And that inadvertently will cause the rise of all of these malaises that we see now, whether it be insecurity, whether it be the young men they're referring to that are wrecked with drugs and so forth. You've left them vulnerable to that because you've removed the social security net that was supposed to capture them and that was supposed to ensure that we have a functional state. So the blame game, he can say that Tinubu should do this, you risk international intervention and so forth. No, that is incorrect. I think intervention is the wrong word and the wrong body language for us to take in this moment. We've already gone beyond that. We've already gone the path of diplomatic engagement. We've gone the path of creating a joint working group that is supposed to collaborate, and we're supposed to get assistance with intelligence and so forth. And I think most well-meaning Nigerians have accepted the fact and embraced the fact that these solutions can only be Nigerian-led. Even if there is collaboration and the Americans bring their technology and so on, how long is it going to stay here? How sustainable is it? Unless we're able to do something for ourselves that doesn't just do a fire brigade approach to the current crisis, but that we know in 10, 20 years will be sustainable. So of course there's the use of intelligence and military strategy, but then I still go back to the point of social security in it. Let people feel that Nigeria looks after them and that there's hope and opportunity for them in Nigeria, and a lot of these things will resolve themselves naturally.
All right, Dr. Abati, I'd like your thoughts on President Olusegun Obasanjo in regards to the presidency's criticism, saying that he lacks the credibility to criticize the Tinubu administration. But before you comment on that, I'd like to take this. Well, a wave of abductions in Nigeria was highlighted by two separate high-profile incidents over the weekend in the village of Chako in Sokoto State. Terrorists conducted an overnight raid, kidnapping 13 women, including a bride and 10 bridesmaids, and an infant simultaneously in Kogi State. Gunmen attacked a newly established Cherubim and Seraphim church in Ejiba during an early Sunday service, abducting the pastor, his wife, and several other congregants, prompting worshippers to flee.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Èmi kàn hide mi o. Inú church kan ti gbéyàn ní Ejiba yẹn nílé. Bàbá Orlando, that is Bàbá tó jẹ́ head of this church. Bàbá yẹn náà gbé lọ. Àwọn èèyàn wà ní church. Wọ́n ti pa speaker, wọn pa anything. Ó dà pé ibi tán gbà jáde ni. Ti àwọn èèyàn. Ẹ ti rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Àfi k'Ọlọ́run gbà wá ni o.
Well, both attacks underscore the worsening security crisis in Nigeria. And we're also learning that a truck transporting building materials.
So guys, let me quickly take you through some of the reactions on the social media. There is a lot happening in Nigeria now. Like this headline here says, Tinubu's government failing Nigerians as government turn rural communities into graveyards. Killers go unpunished. Amnesty International, hey, is reporting Tinubu to the world. See how Tinubu is closing his eyes, say, I don't care. And this one here, another headline here says, exclusive pressure mount on Tinubu to sack Metawale as US insists on defense minister's removal. Defense minister removal before security collaboration. Hey, US is making a demand to says Metawale must go before they are going to this person. Hey, it's a really shameful. Insecurity will just keep exposing them. See Metawale now, he don't enter one chance. Musa met with President Bola Tinubu at the Aso Villa in Abuja earlier on Monday. This marked his first public meeting with the president since Tinubu retired him on October 24, 2025. Tinubu retired him. Can you imagine? So shameful. There is growing pressure on Bola Tinubu to also remove Bello Metawale as Minister of State for Defense following resignation of Alhaji Mohammed Maduru. Sahara reporter learned that the United States requests the removal of both Madaru Abubakar and Metawale before it could engage in collaboration with Nigeria on combating terrorism. So actually, the United States is the one that ordered for their removal, and the Tinubu's government came out to tell us that he voluntarily resigned. I was citing health challenges. So guys, this government will continue. The more they lie, the more they lose their trust, even on the international platforms, you know, the more the world will never believe them, the more people will see them as mere jokers. you know. Now, let me read further. It says, earlier on Monday evening, Sahara reported that Badaru Abubakar resigned as Nigeria's defense minister and is set to replace by former chief of defense staff Christopher Musa, according to top government sources. Musa met with President Tinubu at the Aso Rock in Villa earlier Monday. This marked his first public meeting with president since Tinubu retired him. So guys, this one is a welcome development, because guess what? This is the minister who said where bandits are cannot be reached with bomb. Can you imagine? They encourage terrorism. They push it to the southeast, that the southeast is the one destabilizing Nigeria. Now, it says sources told Sahara reporters that during the meeting, President Tinubu informed Musa that he would succeed Badaru as defense minister. In a letter dated December 1, sent to Tinubu, Abubakar said he was quitting on health grounds. Bayo Ononuga, special advisor to Tinubu on information and strategy, said in a statement on Monday, President Tinubu has accepted his resignation and thanked Abubakar for his service to the nation. Hey, the statement said the President Tinubu will likely inform the Senate of Badaru's successor later this week. Badaru Abubakar, 63, was a two-term governor of Jigawa State from 2015 to 2023. See, he has been in government. In Jigawa, now you want to become defense. They never retire. These people they never get tired. At least to give the younger generations opportunity. He was appointed as minister on August 21st by Bola Tinubu. Recently, Nigeria was redesignated by the US as a country of particular concern over allegation of widespread Christian persecution. In response, Nigeria dispatched a high-level delegation by the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu to Washington, where both sides agreed to collaborate through joint mechanism to address insecurity and religious freedom. The designation was based on claim of particularly severe violation of religious freedom with US officials and advocacy group alleging mass killing of Christians by extremist groups such as Boko Haram and ISWAP. Advocacy Coalition argued that Nigeria records more Christian deaths due to targeted violence than any other country combined, framing the situation as a form of genocide. The move reignited tension as Nigeria had previously been placed on the country of particular concern list in 2020, but removed in 2021. Nigeria officials, including Tinubu, rejected genocide. Nigeria officials, genocide characterization, insisting it's misrepresented Nigeria's reality. So guys, this is it. So the US is insisting that Metawale and the defense minister must be sacked because of, see, this is the same Metawale has been accused of having bandits phone number, banditry leaders phone number, and use them to tell them to force theirs. Would I call it subordinate? Because when you come to those communities, they are like now the traditional chiefs, I mean the bandits. Tell them to use their position to make the masses to vote for APC. So guys, there has never been a place where criminality is so celebrated. Now, the former military head, Erabo, has come out to openly confess that there are politicians sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. So guys, if these people are sponsoring terrorism, how do they wish Nigeria well? That's the question. But when they come out, they paint. Okay, now let me even tell you that Ribadu came out after visiting, you know, since they kidnapped in the school in Niger. The government did not send, the bishop did not hear from the government, did not hear from the bandit. Now the parents started protesting. If you watch the video where the parents were protesting, throwing themselves on the ground, pouring dust on themselves, To show a sign of mourning, finally, the Tinubu's government went to visit them. This was after these people have come out to protest. They now went to meet them. Guess what Ribadu told them? Your children are doing fine and will be back soon. And NSA Ribadu tells parents of kidnapped St. Mary's people. So guys, so he knows where these people are. He knows they are doing well. The children are fine. That's to tell you. See, many people have been saying, you see Ribadu. You see this defense minister that resigned. And you see this Metawali. The three of them are Fulani. The three of them are the ones in charge of security in this country. I mean, these three, they are the ones in charge. Anything security, the three of them. And the three of them is Fulani. And you see how Fulanis have been going untouched. We saw it under Buhari. Now, under Tinubu, a southern president, the Fulanis are still being untouched. Rather, they preferred a solution as, you know, will I call it negotiation solution, or repentant bandits or repentant terrorism, a non-kinetic way. That's what they are encouraging. That's why they go to they invite these people, they come out from the bushes with their gun, they are not afraid, and then when they finish negotiating with them, they will be celebrating victory over failure, meaning the bandits have won, the government has lost under these people. Now the USA is saying that the defense minister must be sacked. The Wale, who is also the defense for state, must be sacked. I don't know if it's that they did not include Nuhu Ribadu, who is the main advisor to Tinubu's government when it comes to security. So guys, a whole lot is happening. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell notification. Thank you.